This program is brought to you by the Genesis Communications Network, a world leader in talk radio since 1998. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Broadcasting and streaming live all across America. This is Home Talk USA with Michael King, where we will discuss topics pertaining to your home with industry-leading experts. Michael King is a licensed general contractor with more than 30 years of experience in home improvements and the author of Contracting with the King. Join us this hour for our segment Invent America with your co-host, the Inventor lady, Rita Crompton. Discover what's next in the home improvement industry and explore new products and innovations. Or if you have that next great big idea, learn what it takes to bring your invention to the world as Michael King and Rita Crompton talk to America's inventors and innovators. Remember, the America of tomorrow is being invented today. We invite you to visit us at HomeTalkUSA.com. One of the best resources for home improvement information around today. Your best life begins with your best home, and there's no place like Home Talk. That's HomeTalkUSA.com. And now, we proudly present Invent America from the #1 home improvement radio program in the country, Home Talk USA, with your host, the Cajun contractor, Michael King, and his co-host, the Inventor lady, Rita Crompton.
Welcome, America. That's right. This is the Invent America show, part of the Home Talk USA radio family. We like to do this hour. It's the second hour of our broadcast where we help inventors out and you that maybe have an idea for a product. You might not know the steps to take in getting your product to market. I mean, how do you patent it? How do you do get the mold made, or do the testing, or the find out if there's another patent or another technology that you're trying to do? A whole bunch of information here. What about insurance? What about licensing fees? Whole bunch of things you need to know. Well, my co-host, the Inventor lady herself, she can answer all these questions. She's my sidekick. And I'd like to welcome to the show, Rita. How you doing, my darling?
I am doing well. And it is so nice to be able to reach out and touch so many of the American inventors out there. Because, you know what? Invent America is because America invents, right?
That's right. And you heard our monologue. So,
I did.
I read a lot going on in our industry right now, and let's be honest. We just got back off the trade show. We had a chance to meet a lot of new inventors. You had your own booth there at the show where you had, I think, 25 inventors that were there. But there's a lot going on in our industry. Inflation now is taking over all of us. Product availability. It's getting very, the supply chains are getting very short now. So there's a lot going on, and we just don't want our young inventors, to be, spending money and wasting money. So we got the blueprint to help them, and
we do.
And that. So if you listen to the show, it's free. We don't charge anybody, so you can actually get this advice. But we do have a great hour for you. We got some really good inventors coming on. So tell us a little bit about our show.
Well, the show today, we're going to kind of expand on the topic we had a couple of weeks ago where we talked about that barrier to entry, and for one of the gentlemen, it was product liability insurance. I thought, let's talk a little bit more in depth about that. And for the inventors out there, or the people who think they might be inventors, I want to invite them to join us at the Inventors Roundtable, and you can find the link on my website. The meetings are free, but that's where then you get to ask questions. And a lot of times we'll have then, our expert on, at the meeting so that, you can ask them your questions. And so making these resources available to all of the inventors across the country is what's so valuable and what is our goal so felt all the way down to our toes is to get that information out there for the inventors. And so on the show today, we've got two inventors. One is a seasoned inventor. He's been inventing for years. The other one's fairly new, and both of them have had to deal with product liability issues. And then our expert is Murray DeLine. He is out of the Colorado area, but his specialty is product liability insurance. And, he taught me a couple of things when I was asking him if he'd do the show, and he goes, some of it is the terminology you're using is not correct. It's, between someone saying, I want to license it and I want to find a manufacturer, could be the same company doing two very different things. So Murray's going to help educate us then as far as the right words to use with and the right place to go for product liability. It's not like you can just call up your Allstate dealer and have them, whip you out a policy, because they don't do it. So you've got to know where to go and who to ask and what to ask, and that's what we're going to discuss today.
But, we got a great show for people, and when we come back off the break, we're also going to let the audience know, and if you have a product and if you want to come on the show, there's no fee or anything. We don't charge our guests. We're not a pay-to-play network. We're also going to have that information for them also, right?
Exactly. And we've got a lot of great topics coming up that really you must have read the list, because you kind of went right through them as far as the topics coming up for our inventors, and giving them, the encouragement and the resources to be able to take that first step and decide, do they have anything? And then, if they do, what should they do as their first steps in to get through the process? Yeah. We used to laugh because we said that the old inventor business model was have idea, get patent, make money. And we know there is just a lot more to it than that, and it's important to know what those steps are and how the pendulum swings in the cost. Getting a service provider, they say, you get what you pay for. Well, when it comes to like a patent attorney, more is not always more. It just means he's driving a better car, and sometimes you're the one paying for it. So how do you determine that? And that's what we're here to do, is to help the inventors make good business decisions so that they can get through the process and get the product to market.
Well, I like the idea you got the insurance guy coming on, because we had a situation a couple weeks ago where one of the companies that one of the inventors was getting ready to distribute and put their product on the market and did all the steps and everything, and come to find out they the type of technology that they had requires a $5 million product liability policy, which nobody did the homework. So now he's not going to be able to he's going to have to go find a license, a licensee.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Sometimes, knowing sooner rather than later helps you make better decisions in the steps. Yeah. So you don't get kind of, sidetracked or, bamboozled by not knowing what to expect. So had he known, even 6 months ago that this was going to be an issue, he instead of spending the money on manufacturing, he would have spent the money getting to probably a couple of more trade shows to find the licensing.
A licensing company that would just take it over and pay him a royalty. And to be honest with you, my rule of thumb is, and my rule of thumb is, if you have one product and you're a one-trick pony, get a licensing deal. Forget about manufacturing.
Exactly.
Because of what the cost of manufacturing. But as you start developing products, and if you have 4, 5, or 6 products out there, then you might want to consider going into the manufacturing part of it. But to each its own, Rita. You know that. Well, hey, Rita, we're going to take a short break, okay?
Okay.
And we're just out of time, and we're going to get to our guests. Hey, I'm the Cajun contractor, Michael King. This is the Home Talk USA radio program, the Inventor Miracle part of our show, along with my sidekick, the inventor lady herself, Miss Rita Crompton. So we're going to step away, got to pay some bills. Please visit our website at HomeTalkUSA.com. Check out our television show at HomeTalkTV.com. We're going to come back with our first guests right here on the Genesis Communication Radio Network at GCNLive.com. I'm the Cajun Man. I'll be right back. Yay!
Home Talk USA with Michael King. Do you have questions about your next home improvement project or home repairs? Now you can chat with verified home repair and home improvement experts in just minutes. Get the help you need by visiting HomeTalkUSA.com. One of the best resources for home improvement information around today. Your best life begins with your best home, and there's no place like Home Talk. That's HomeTalkUSA.com. And now, back to Invent America from the #1 home improvement radio program in the country. Home Talk USA with your host, the Cajun contractor Michael King, and his co-host, the Inventor lady, Rita Crompton.
All right, welcome back. We're just moving along. We're going to talk a little insurance right now, right?
We are. Everyone's favorite topic, right? So when it comes to insurance for product liability insurance, it's a big deal for inventors to be able to protect themselves. And I have known Murray DeLine for, Murray, 15 years?
Oh, Rita, I think 2006 is when we first met.
Yeah. So Murray has been with Madison Insurance Group since 2006. He's a managing partner. I have learned a lot about product liability insurance and, when to talk to him. So, Murray, our inventors, this is a big deal for them, especially if they go into startup mode. And so you taught me a lot just last week when I called you and asked you some of these questions. So break it down for us a little bit. Different industries, different requirements, kind of what you gave to me, which helped a lot. Give that to our listeners.
Well, Rita, I appreciate the chance, and I know this is an exciting topic. So we have 10, 15 minutes that I want to do 3 hours in that period of time. Is that about right?
Break it down to 5 and, just go for it.
So let's start with product liability. What is it? But before I go there, I think a lot of people may understand product liability or not. But there's industries that are just to answer your question, industries, it's huge. It's very difficult of what type of industry to get product liability. Let's just think of the tough industries. Children's products, right? Toys, sports equipment, like skis, tools, ladders, medical devices, could be pacemakers, cosmetic, could be makeup that we're putting on our skin. We could get rashes, chemicals like pesticides. And then, of course, startup companies, you're thinking, well, what is that? Why is that a tough industry? Because there's no history behind it. There's no background. Who are these people? What is this product? What is it going to do? So a startup business is equally a tough industry to get insurance for.
Well, and one of the things that a lot of our inventors hear is that, they'll go in and they'll be, some store is interested in carrying the product, and they're so excited, and then they think, but now you've got to prove to me that you've got product liability insurance. Correct.
So product liability insurance, really what is it? It's design defects, right? It's manufacturer defects. It's things that I have a product, it's a tangible, and when you think about it, that product has to perform. And so the person who's inventing this product has to, they're going to say it'll do this thing, and when it doesn't, who are they going to go back to? They're going to go back to the person who designed it. Or they're going to go back to the manufacturer who built it. So there's 3 basically levels of kind of the most severe would be the manufacturer who's putting that product together. An importer, if the product's manufactured over in China or overseas, and it's imported in, now the importer technically becomes that manufacturer. So even if you go take it somewhere else, whoever has, the U.S. has first hands on it, it would be that importer then. Then it would be the wholesaler and the distributor as you go through that whole supply chain. And then, of course, the retailer.
Right. And so when we look at the difference in a startup, they're going all the way just like you stated, from beginning to end and putting it on a store shelf. But for someone that's doing the licensing where they're handing it off now, they still need some kind of coverage. What is that?
So because they're the one who designed it, they still need to have that product liability. And where do you get product liability? Maybe we answer that question. A lot of these product liability, is through your general liability policy that you're buying through your agent, through your independent
Or they
agent.
call Madison Insurance and they talk to you.
That would be a great place to start.
Yeah, it would be. Hey, give us that website again. How can we reach you, buddy?
Yeah, it's www.madisininsurance.net. www.madisininsurance.net.
You're the man. Thank you, my buddy, for being our guest on the Event America show. Murray DeLine, thank you, sir.
Thanks for the opportunity.
All right, we're going to take a short break. We're going to be right back to wrap up. Got a very important announcement to make when we come back off a break. Right here on the Event America show, along with my sidekick, the Inventor lady herself, Miss Rita Crompton. I'm the Cajun man for the Bayou Land, the originator. Not the duplicator. Please don't accept no substitutions. Man, I was green before green was even cool. We'll be right back. Yeah.